So this is Conquest Reforged. I've seen this mod pack like showcased a couple of times, but I've never seen anyone actually play it. So today I really wanted to just give it a try. And this video is going to be mostly unedited just so we can kind of experience the game together. And I do want to just say this. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. And I do want to say, if you guys enjoy this type of content, feel free to like the video so you can find it later. So yeah, this is Conquest Reforged. I'm not really too sure what this mod pack kind of offers. I've seen the buildings that people do, and it looks like so much fun. But I've never actually seen someone play through it as if it's just like a regular game. So it's kind of crazy. It's really crazy to think like how far people are able to take Minecraft. And this is the first time I've actually ever played a mod pack, I guess. Well, no, I guess not. Normally whenever I play Minecraft, I tend to make my own mod packs or kind of configure things myself, but this looks fantastic. All right, so let's just gather some materials. Maybe we can build like a nice little shack out here in the woods or something. Dude, I'm so excited to try this out. I've seen so many people play this online, but it's like, all they really do is just showcase the graphics. They never actually play it. Maybe we could find like a village or something. That'd be really nice, especially for the first night. This seriously reminds me of like Skyrim or something, or maybe like Oblivion remastered. Wow. You know, it would be really cool if they had, there's a mod called, I think it's Sounds or something like that, but it adds like ambience like in the woods and stuff. Why do the sheep look humpy? Oh no, they're pigs. Why are the pigs lumpy? Sweetheart, what happened? So I am deciding to play with keep inventory on just because I don't really want to think about it too much. Oh, look at that. There's a floating island on that side. But I decided to keep inventory on just because I personally feel like keep inventory like lets you still experience the survival aspect of the game without having to worry about like losing your stuff, especially if you go caving. And I also turned off phantoms and I have instant respawn on. So whenever we die, it's gonna kind of be like we just wake up from a dream almost. It's a kind of a cool effect. I'll show you guys that later if we end up dying here. I think for the background, I want to actually put in like Skyrim music. I think that would sound really good. Look at the way that the grass kind of connects. That's really cool. Like the fancy grass from Optifine really looks nice. I love this. You can kind of see the grass has this 3D kind of effect to it. Where's the sun at? What time? It's about midday. So far, so good, though. We have a couple of apples. We have a salmon, so maybe if we find a cat, we can feed him like feed him a fish. Here, way through the woods here. I really like the look of that floating island, I think. Oh! Ooh, lava. Okay. Let's go this way. We'll let the lava do its thing. Oh, there is a puppy. Hi, sweetheart. All right, we need to find some skeletons so we can get a dog. That'd be really nice. And it looks like we found a cave here, which is pretty sweet. Hello? It's so dark in there. Oh, gosh. Babe, I'm scared. Hold my hand. All right, let's head up to this floating island. I think this would be a really cool spot for a home. This really gives me like a fantasy type of vibe, so I think that's what we're going to go for here. Yeah, we only need like a couple more ladders. Oh, the damage sound is kind of wild. So yeah, we'll just make some ladders up here. Okay, so let's clear out the trees that are up here. And I think this will make for a perfect kind of first little house. We have a nice little elevated position so we can see everything. I'm really curious to see what the, because the animals are really like modeled well. I'm kind of curious to see what like the zombies look like, what the skeletons look like. And we definitely want to find that dog again so we can tame her. What do you guys want to, what should we name the dog, honestly? What should we name the dog? I'm thinking like Carly or something. I think that'd be really cute for a dog. Someone in the comments can be like, my name's Carly. That'd be wild. Yeah, let's clear out these trees. Maybe we can make just like a little hunter's cabin out here in the woods. And then when we get more materials, we can actually start like building like a nicer kind of castle thing. Because the building in this mod pack is actually really cool. It's super detailed. More sheep over there. Oh, look, there's actually a village over there. Wow. Hey, you know what? Maybe after we get a little bit of a hideout established up here, we can head over to that village and connect with the villagers a little bit. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, the bed looks like really fluffy. I like that. Looks cozy. I don't want to actually sleep through the first night. I do want to just kind of, I kind of want to see what nighttime looks like. This is nice. We have like a nice little campsite out here in the woods. Yeah, nighttime looks really dark, which I like. This kind of reminds me of Alpha Minecraft. You kind of see over there the village is kind of lit up at night. That's really cool. I like that. Okay, let's go. Maybe we should go caving. So let's go to sleep and find ourselves a cave. So I'm kind of curious. Have you guys ever played this mod before? I've seen it online, like I've said, but I've never actually seen anybody play it. So I'm definitely kind of curious to hear your guys' opinions on it. Like, is it good? Do you like it? So we did see that cave over here, but let's check this out. This looks like a nice little spot. We definitely want to get a bunch of stone. I like how this stone looks. This looks really good. I'm not sure if the, I guess technically this mod pack does have a built-in kind of texture pack. So do you guys prefer this with shaders on or off? Right now I'm using the built-in shaders. But if we turn it off, it kind of gives it more of like this flat look, which I kind of like. My computer definitely likes it. I like the flat look like this, but I think when most people think of this mod, they think of it with shaders. And the shaders surprisingly don't hit my FPS too much. I believe it's using Bliss shaders, which is it's a pretty nice shader pack. It has a really nice dramatic kind of look. Hopefully we can hit like a coal vein. That'd be really nice. Because we are going to need some torches. If we don't find coal, though, we can always make charcoal. So that's not a big deal. Let me put my my sword in my hotbar. And let's come down here. Let's see what's down here. Nice cavey little spot here. There's actually water down here. Oh, wow. Whoa. Oh, my. Bro, you know I play too much Minecraft when I'm over here excited about the water effect. That was nuts. Okay, there's not much down here. This has such like a moody kind of vibe. Like, I legitimately, like, I know I'm playing Minecraft, but like it has the vibe of a completely different game. And I'm really excited, like, once we get materials, I can actually start building and experimenting with the different blocks. It adds different, like, kind of block shapes and things. So I'm really excited to try that out. Okay, so this cave, not really a whole lot going on down there. You know what, while we're here, though, we can actually... I'm thinking we can put a crafting table down here. And let's start clearing out some of these trees just so it's a little bit easier to make our way around. I do kind of wish I had falling tree on right now. That'd be really nice. Then we could, like, cut down these trees super quick, but not a big deal. I guess the good thing with mod packs like this is, like, you can add other mods. I was thinking maybe I could add free cam just so building's a little bit easier. But we'll kind of, maybe I'll do that later. I'm kind of curious to hear if you guys are interested in seeing this as a series. I tend to sort of stay away from Let's Play type of content because I'm just not sure if people like it. But if it's something you guys are interested in, I'm definitely having a lot of fun. I'd love to keep playing this and we can kind of experience it together. Yeah, so these trees are slowly getting cut down here. This will be nice. Like, not only are we cleaning up our area, but we're also getting a lot of materials. You know what? Maybe we should make our way towards that that village. We'll cut down just one more tree. All right, I think we're good. Let's make our way over there. We have some mutton and pork chops as well, so if we need to cook them on the way there, we're good. We can do that. All right, let's make our way to this village. This definitely gives me like Oblivion vibes. That's what I'm getting from this. Village is actually a lot closer than I thought it was, and there's another cave here too. I'm really hoping I find some coal. That's kind of my main goal right now. Find some coal, get some torches so we can really light up our base. Sometimes, like, the texturing on the rock kind of looks like coal, but it's just regular stone. Oh, I think that's coal right there, actually. I like the terrain generation on this map. This is really cool. By the time we get this coal, it's going to be almost nighttime, I feel like, so maybe we can stay at the village a little bit. I'm sure the villagers aren't going to mind a traveler hanging out with them for a little bit. Wow, the coal looks really... You can kind of see how it blends into the adjacent blocks here. Which is nice. I definitely want a dog. I think having a companion would really fit the vibe of this world. There's more coal over there too. We could definitely make maybe like a farm or something. Grow some pigs, grow some wheat for bread and things. Actually, if we're lucky, the village will have some hay bales that we can steal for wheat, which is really nice. But this is nice. Not a bad second day. We got some coal. It's kind of weird. Whenever I play Minecraft, I tend to take my time with things. I really like to immerse myself in the game. I don't tend to rush things. I feel like it takes me a long time to really like get established in things. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of curious what the Nether looks like. Let's make our way to that village. I definitely don't want to be like out in the woods at nighttime though, especially not having a shield or anything. We look at these bushes. Maybe there's something hiding in here. No, that'd be cool though. These are perfect. So if we find like a fox, we can tame a fox with these. I think it was the update after this version, but like the little knapsacks, that'd be perfect for right now, especially all the random stuff we're grabbing. Let's get up on top of the trees, give ourselves a little bit of a better view. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we walked right past it. Okay, make our way over there. Oh yeah, this is nice. It's nice to be near friendly people. Oh, no way? Diamonds? Are you serious? Oh, the zombies look really creepy. Look at that. You can kind of see it's like ribcage coming through. I love this. I'm kind of curious to see what the... that was a nice particle. I'm kind of curious to see what the villagers look like. Wow, so we have diamonds already? Obsidian? And bread as well. We could definitely eat some bread right now. I'm kind of hungry. Cool, let's pop this iron helmet on. That looks really cool. I downloaded this like knight kind of skin. I think it kind of fits the vibe. There's these campfires that we saw from our base over there. I wonder if we can see our hilltop from here. Iron Golem looks really cool. He's like oxidized or something. Hey, you know what? We can actually cook cook some of the food that we have. So we have a bunch of pork chop. Throw those on there. Let those cook for a little bit. Toss that. And let's put the chest plate on. Oh yeah. We're looking so good right now. I like the way the sword looks. The iron sword looks really nice. Okay, we have 4 more mutton we can throw on there. That'll be nice. That'll stack nicely for us. Alright, so let's grab our stuff and make our way back home. Maybe we could take the campfire with us, actually. It'll be nice to have this. Or no, we can't. Oh, I forgot. We can't take campfires. Alright, let's make our way back home. Yeah, this is nice. I love the way the water looks. But the way this area kind of looks, the way this grass is kind of this lighter green, totally looks like Oblivion. I wonder what else could be in these woods. Maybe we'll find something like a structure or something. I'm not sure if this mod adds structures or if it's up to you to build everything. Yep, you can see the fox was over here. He ate one of the rabbits. Look at him sneaking around. Kind of husking around. He has a rabbit in his mouth still. I don't really want to wander in the woods too much. Once we clear out this land, it's going to look really nice. Just right now, things are kind of cluttered with all the trees and stuff, but see the village off there? See, like from here, the village looks like it's really far away, but it's not too bad of a trek over there. I'm gonna turn my render distance up just a little bit. I don't think my computer's gonna like this too much, but let's just kind of see what's out there. So we got like the taller, I think that's the taiga biome over there. I want to figure out, with shaders, there's usually like a fog option that'll kind of hide the chunk sort of end, so maybe I'll look into that. There is a mod called Distant Horizons that I think would be kind of interesting with this. But with Distant Horizons, the shaders and everything kind of have to work with it. What's nice with it being a mod pack is you can kind of, like I was saying, you can add different things to it. So I was thinking of adding fallen tree or falling tree. So once these trees kind of disappear, we'll be able to get a much nicer view of what's going on here. But yeah, I think some sound mods would really complement this pack. There's mods that add like forest ambience and things, and it makes the woods feel a lot more alive. So let's start clearing out these this land here, make it a little bit flatter for us. Then we can start building maybe like a nice little shack. So I'm curious to hear your guys' opinions. Do you guys like the more slower paced kind of let's play vibe, or do you guys like things that are more edited? I think when I was growing up, I watched a lot of Minecraft let's plays, and I remember at the time I didn't really have a computer, so I loved just watching longer kind of videos like this because then I could kind of experience the game. Yeah, things are starting to flatten out a little bit. With the trees gone, now it's now the land is really starting to take shape here. This is perfect, and those are those mountains we saw earlier. And I see something flying over there. I think that's a bee. There's some bees over there. I'm thinking we could do something like this. I'm just gonna kind of do the corners of the house first. I don't really know what kind of shape I want to go for. I'm just starting off with a rectangle. I always like to outline with cobblestone and then come in with logs and things. Something like this. I like to make houses that are just weirdly shaped because I feel like it Gives it a little bit more of a charm. And then I kind of want this wall to have like a little bit of an alcove too. I think what really makes builds look nice is when they have a little bit of depth to them. I'm more of a simple builder. I don't really... I'll texture my builds a little bit, but I don't really... There's some people that are just so good at building, and I'm like, how in the world do they build that? I do like how the village kind of glows at nighttime. With how much contrast is in this pack, it really does remind me of the beta versions of the game. So if you've ever played Minecraft beta, you'll notice that the dark areas are really dark and the light areas are really light. And it gives the game such a nice... it's a nice look. It's not nice gameplay-wise because it's so hard to see, but from a visual standpoint, I think it looks fantastic. Maybe we could stop by that lake that we saw earlier and grab some sand so we can make some windows for ourselves here. Oh, you know what? We could actually maybe take some of these birch logs and build the second floor out of birch, because birch is more of like a lighter kind of shade. That'd be kind of nice. That'd be a nice contrast. Kind of curious, do you guys have any ideas for the world? I'm thinking what I want to do is we can build the house up there, and then maybe down here we can have like farms and things, and we can really build out. But I definitely want our house up top there, just so we can get a nice view of everything. Here's sort of this like ravine thing. I always thought this kind of terrain generation looked really nice, but it's not really too good for caving. It tends not to go anywhere, it just kind of bottoms out. So I am kind of curious to see what we can do building-wise, because Conquest is sort of known for its building. Okay, so if we hover over like whatever block we're using, and I press the V key, you can kind of see what we can turn each block into. There's like branches, there's slabs. Let's actually grab more limestone here. We'll kind of turn this into our little mine here. Maybe we can strip mine down. So there's actually quite a few different shapes we can play with here. Limestone vertical walls, there's like arches. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so this is kind of funny, but what I found out is we have to actually grab the stone cutter from the village over there before we can start making arches, which makes sense. I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking we could just do it. Okay, we're gonna keep the bone with us, and yeah, let's make our way to the village. Oh, here he is. Hey, buddy. What do you guys think? Can we get him in one? Oh, no freaking way. Come here, buddy. He's just stuck on the ladder. Come here, sweetheart. Come here, sweetheart. This is awesome. We have a dog. So we're gonna name her Carly. She's our sweet girl. Come here, sweetheart. Come hang out with us. Let's make our way to the village. Kind of dumb going at nighttime, but I think we'll manage. It's kind of nice having the dog with us. She's making quick work of these monsters that we're finding along the way here. There's a creeper. That's what they look like. The creepers kind of have this like fuzz look to them. I don't think they have a blacksmith in town. They have a weaponsmith, but not a blacksmith. That must be a nitwit or whatever. Look at this. There's like a nice little pathway out to the lake here, or river, I guess. We could always build a boat if we need to. That'd be kind of nice. Something I never realized is the spiders don't really attack you during the daytime. I don't know. It shows you guys how much I really pay attention. That was something I never really noticed. All we need to do now is just make some limestone, and we can make a stone cutter so we can start building different things. There we go, stone cutter. Put this down. Now we can actually make different things. One of those, one of those. Here's what I was thinking. We can kind of put them. Oh, they go out like that. There we go. The entranceway could like be right here. That's how you make arches, I guess. Oh yeah, now things are gonna look really nice. Ooh, this is what I was looking for actually. Here we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, the house it's slowly making its way here. We're gonna make it look nice. We're gonna do it nice. Ooh yeah, I like how the birch planks have like this really wide kind of texture. You see how the oak is more of these thin slats. The birch is like really thick. Now I know how to build, so we're cooking. It always takes me kind of a while to plan out my houses. I don't know if you guys are the same, or it just takes you a long time to like kind of figure out what you want to go for. But once I got it, like I can start running with it. And then for the roof, let's actually do it out of oak planks. Roofs are definitely what take me the longest to do. All right, let's see how the house looks from the outside. Oh yeah, it's starting to take shape now. This side we can definitely do some arches and things to really get it to open up. I don't know, we'll have to try out the different slabs here. But for now, I just kind of want to get the house done. I have to kind of learn like all the different sort of blocks that they have in this game, because there's a lot of decorative things. But I feel like once I have it sort of figured out, things are really gonna start like, we'll really be able to start building something super nice. Oh no, that's not good. That is not good. I don't know how that creeper ended up here. Oh, this sucks. So we need to actually go grab some more stone and things so we can finish the house. Let's put these jack-o'-lanterns out here, actually. Maybe we can actually start digging down. So maybe right here, what we can do is start digging down. You can kind of see, like, as you're digging, the connected textures kind of like change in real time, which is kind of trippy looking. This is super fun. This honestly really reminds me of like how Minecraft kind of felt when I was a kid. So I always felt like Minecraft was more of this like RPG fantasy kind of vibe, I guess. Because I would always play with texture packs that are really similar to this. Just like a texture pack I really liked when I was younger was John Smith. I don't know if any of you guys remember that texture pack, but just John Smith, Zoku Craft, like I've always been a huge fan of RPG type resource packs. This is super fun for me. Perfect. Dude, this is nice. Things are really starting to pick up. I think it'll be nice once we hit like a nice cavern down here, so we can actually start making more iron tools and things. But I always like the starting sequence for Minecraft, just kind of like the beginning phases. Because it's really charming, like it's not like you have really good materials or anything, so things kind of take time. You really have to ease into the game a little bit. But things start picking up, you know, once you start finding things. Trying to keep an ear out for any sort of mob sounds. Oh, so this is what iron looks like. Okay. Cool, so we found a nice little iron hit right here. Sometimes I do feel like a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of different blocks that games kind of add. So it'll take me some time to kind of adjust to what we have here. Yeah, I think some sound mods would really make this mod pack like kind of hit nice. I hear a bat, so that does mean there's a maybe we're near a cave a little bit. Ooh. Oh, I'm not a big fan of that cave noise. Not a big fan. So we are near a cave, it sounds like. Things are really coming together. Like I was saying, I tend to play the game pretty slowly. I don't really like to rush things a whole lot. For me, I really like to just kind of immerse myself in the game and really enjoy it. We've been super lucky so far though. Finding those diamonds in the chest, as well as getting a dog. We're definitely blessed right now. It's kind of funny, this part's kind of messed up, but I kind of like it. It makes it a little bit more dynamic, I feel like. Alright, let's actually just put a really basic kind of roof on here. Normally whenever I build houses, I tend to go with 3-block high roofs. But for this one, I kind of just want to go with a 2-block high. And then on the living space, this one's going to be 2.5 blocks high. And I think once we like really get ourselves established in this world and we build maybe like kind of like a stone keep kind of thing, then we can do like a really high, like 3-block high roofs, like super nice. Definitely kind of curious to see like how I'm able to kind of use the arches and things. Because right now I'm not really too sure kind of how to use the arches. Maybe I should mess around in creative mode and kind of see how everything looks. This is gonna really give the house like a nice kind of look. Kind of take a look at these. What do these kind of look like? Oh, that's kind of cool. That'd be an maybe these could work for Windows actually. And then what does this one look like? That one's a lot smaller. Yeah, these are perfect for windows, especially if you kind of set them in like that. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I'm starting to get it. Here is put the arch like this, and then the window still goes here. Ooh, yeah. This is what we needed. Now we're starting to cook. Now things are starting to cook. Yeah. Oh, dude, that is actually perfect. These windows are going to look super sick. This is going to look super, super sick. Yeah, dude, that's literally perfect. That is actually what I was looking for. And then we can fill in the windows here. Ooh. We can actually do the same thing on this side too. Yeah, now the house is really starting to take shape. I think it's gonna look really good once we have like an actual roof on it. But so far, so good. I'm really digging this right now. Yeah, now look at this. We can kind of look out, see the village, see the lake over there. Yeah, we have a nice 360-degree view of everything. We can bring this ladder all the way up to the roof here, and we can start maybe building an attic or something. All right, at least we have a roof over our heads, and we'll just put a torch up here. Oh, dude, the sun looks beautiful in the rain. This is nice. I'm really liking this so far, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy this sort of this style of mod pack too. Now let's put our diamonds away, and we're gonna need more trees. We're gonna need more trees for ourselves. Let's turn the planks we do have here into stairs. Yeah, once the roof's on, this house is gonna look really nice. I don't know about you guys, but I always have like the hardest time placing placing stairs. Tend not to go the way I want them to, but hey, we're gonna make it work. I'm gonna go on this side too. What's gonna be kind of hard is trying to figure out how we want to actually connect the two roofs, since the roof's kind of uneven here. But that's what's gonna really make it look good. I do want there to be a slight little overhang here. What I'm gonna do is something like this. I'm just gonna kind of work on the outline here. I don't know if this part's gonna kind of work. We're gonna see here. Okay, there we go. Things are starting to kind of connect how I'm wanting them now. But we're definitely gonna need a lot of stairs. Roofs tend to take a good amount of stairs. But we might be able to finish just this kind of first little layer here. So I turned down the weather sound effect because it was kind of loud. But it looks like there's actually a lava pool over there in that mountain that we were at earlier. But the house is starting to come together. We are going to need to build a bed though, because I kind of realized we lost our bed. But with the roof on it, you can see the house is really starting to look good. For some reason, this kind of works for me. I don't know why. I kind of like the idea of like blending these into the stairs just to give it like a little bit more depth, but we'll kind of figure it out as we go here. Finish it like that. You know what? Actually, these windowsills, these need to be stairs. That's what we need here. That'll look a lot better, I feel like. I think for these to be stone like that, it needs to be stone underneath it, and that would make sense. Let's see. Maybe we could make these windows up here actually too wide or too tall. Just gonna kind of experiment around. This is genuinely how I play the game the most of the time. I just kind of fumble around. Now with it being stone, now it kind of makes more sense that there's arches. It's kind of my mindset. Now it looks like it actually kind of extends out. I think realistically it needs to be all stone just so we can go for this column look and it would actually make sense, right? I kind of like the look of the oak stairs with the birch logs. It's kind of cool how it curves into the blocky kind of stair texture. Just kind of mess around, sort of see what works for us here. And the way this kind of is, this could almost be like a windowsill right here. Kind of show you guys what I mean. So instead of the window block being like right here, we could actually build it on this block. It'll just give it like a little bit of extra depth, make it look really nice. Alright, so we do need to make quite a bit more stairs, so we're gonna have to go chopping down some trees here. So let's go do that. Actually, before we do that, what I really want to do is I want to install a couple of mods really quick, so I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back, and I decided to install a couple of mods. One of them being free cam. This will kind of help me get perspective on my build, make it a lot easier to actually build things. And then the other one I installed is falling tree, so this will help me cut down trees a lot faster. And I feel like it kind of fits the mod pack. So if we come down here, all we have to do is shift and it'll chop down the entire tree for us, which makes it so much easier. So I don't know how I feel about the arches right here. I don't think it really fits the house, but I do kind of like it. I do kind of like it. We might have to leave it, because now it kind of looks more like a Tuscany style home on this side. I don't know if that really makes sense. I'm debating this. I'm debating the columns. Oh, you know what? Actually, I have an idea. I have an idea of how we can make this work. This is gonna sound kind of wild. The way we can really make this work is if we kind of extend this up like here. Ooh, this might work actually. This might be it. And then this part up here can just kind of cross over like that. Oh, hold on a second. Who let him cook? Who let Nick cook? No, this might be it. I'm really liking the new blocks that this kind of adds. This is really sick. Okay, what we can actually do is right here. This is gonna need to be all stone, so it's gonna come in here and fix these up just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And then the windows can kind of go on the innermost block there. So we have like some extra leaves here. We could definitely kind of put these around something like this. Just have them kind of overhang the roof a little bit. Makes this kind of section look a little bit nicer. So now this is starting to look a little bit better. Now it doesn't look so out of place with this kind of, by extending the wall up here. Now we're gonna need to make a bunch of stairs. There are all these in here. I'm gonna work on actually organizing the chest a little bit better. We are in desperate need of organization here. All right, let's just kind of follow along here. Whenever I do stairs, I like to I tend to think it's a lot easier to actually have these like outer edges done first, and then all you have to do is just kind of fill it in. Am I the only one that like struggles with placing stairs? I honestly feel like the stairs are actively trolling me sometimes. I think it'd be kind of interesting to have this section be like this. So my idea is kind of have the roof still kind of go on behind it, if that makes sense. So now it really does just look like this kind of column literally just extends up. Is it kind of an interesting look, I feel like. The contrast between like the birch and the oak roof, I think it looks really nice. Like this house is starting to look really good already. I'm gonna have to come in here and actually get rid of these wooden parts on the bottom. At first I kind of like that idea, but seeing how the house is turning out, it'll look better if the bottom is completely stone. Especially now that things are starting to turn out for us. The only thing we really need at this point is we need to find like a like an actual mine that we can like get into. But other than that, like we have a nice start. I absolutely love that we have like a village nearby. This is really cool. I'm super excited to do this. I like this. We can put tons and tons of storage up here. Let's actually take some of these extra stairs we have. Kind of fill out this kind of section. Normally I don't like it when mod packs add a bunch of different blocks, but I'm digging this. It's just gonna take me a little while to kind of adjust and really get the most out of it, you know? Like I'm so used to using like the block palette from Minecraft. Not too bad. This extra stair, we can just toss it right there, why not? Things are starting to look good now. Oh yeah. Maybe instead of the window being down here, what would it look like if it was like this? Ooh, yeah, that makes sense. That's what we need right there. This will look really cool. It gives the window this nice like framed kind of look. Cool. Yeah, all right, the attic is starting to come together. Definitely gotta throw like cobwebs up here or something. Okay. Hi, Carly girl. Sweetheart. I think what we'll do is we'll just steal a bed from the village. That low-key is what we need to do. All right, and then we do need to make a shield. I think a shield's really gonna help us. And we're gonna make our way to the village again. I'll leave Carly girl here for now. Don't really want her to come out in the woods with us. Yeah, the world is really starting to come together now. And along the way to the village, it's actually cut down some of these trees. Yeah, I kind of like that our house is separate. Ooh, I like that our house is separate from the village. It's kind of nice because now we have like a reason to travel over here, if that makes sense. I like to travel a lot in Minecraft. Yeah, with how contrasty the game is, makes it really hard to sort of see like any upcoming threats, which kind of makes it nice. This really does remind me of like old Minecraft in a lot of ways. I like the little like villager groans that they make. They're so groany. Yeah, I think this is perfect. We'll just kind of like, the path will kind of weave through the woods here. Actually, what we can do is we can actually start using the path blocks, because I really like how the path blocks look. And then, oh, what are we gonna do with this sinkhole here? It literally is a sinkhole. Maybe we could turn it into a pond or something. I really don't want to fill this in. Does anyone else get super lazy whenever a creeper blows up a hole? Like, I don't want to fill this in at all, but there we go. That's the shovel done with. Yeah, so far we have a nice little house. We're slowly working on a mine. Hopefully we can like connect that into like a cavern or something. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this kind of more slower paced Let's Play style playthrough of this mod. If you guys want to see more of this, definitely let me know. I'd love to keep playing it for you guys. And let's put our bed right up here. Let's put the bed upstairs, right in front of this window. Perfect. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much.